Hello everybody and welcome back to Mining Modern. I'm Corbin Hostler and this is Blue-Black taking turns. This deck is great. I'm going to mulligan this hand with 2 colorless sources and 2 Gigadrowses, but this is a Daniel Wong special. So Daniel, Howling mine, yes please. Alright, it does mean we need to play the Sunken Hollow tap first here, but so Daniel plays this deck almost exclusively, it would seem, at Modern events. I've seen him a lot over the past couple years. He top 8'd Vegas with this last year. Blister Coil, weird, interesting. Okay. And then top 16 Hartford last weekend with this deck, and that's where we got the list. So it's definitely a really, really cool deck. The idea is to take a bunch of turns, and this one has the black in it, which is very, very different than versions of the deck I've played with in the past. We have Fatal Pushes, we have Collective Brutalities, we have Surgicals in the sideboard, we even have a Tassiger. It plays very differently than some of the mono blue versions of turns you may be used to seeing. Let's see what our opponent's going to do with his Blister Coil Weird, though. The idea is, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Blister Coil Weird gets +1/+1 until end of turn. You can untap it. So if you just chain together stuff like Manamorphose, you can do quite a bit with this. And we'll see how big they can make it. I believe this deck also plays Kiln Fiend. Jeez, okay, it's up to 5. Or 6, I believe, yep. It's turn 2, you got a 6/6, not bad. Okay, now it's 10/7. Yeah, if this ends in some sort of double strike, we're gonna die. Or 10/8, I suppose, yeah. Alright, well, I'd like to draw Fatal Push. Oh my gosh, look at this. We're taking 14 on turn 2. Oh, that was pretty good. What's your Fatal Push? What do you know? I'd like to play the Serum Visions here. I will keep both of those lands on top. And I will just Fatal Push this thing now while I have the chance, before my opponent has any ability to protect it. Alright, let's pass the turn here. Well, that was pretty crazy. We took 14 damage on turn 2. Fair enough. Oh gosh, there's another one. Snapcaster Fatal Push, please. Just going to pull the trigger on this immediately, before they get to draw any more cards that might protect it. Alright, there we go. We've taken care of it again. We have a couple Gigadrowses as part of the Waterveil. I mean, we're not really doing anything, but if our opponent can't find something to kill us with, we might have an opportunity to draw into some action. Like that, like the Cryptic Command. That should be pretty good here. Probably enough that I actually feel comfortable beating down with Snapcaster Mage. Cryptic, pretty good card to hide behind. Another Blister Coil Weird, huh? Okay. I'm going to go for the counter. Counter draw here. Could mess around and try to bounce it or something, but there's no reason to take any chances. Alright, there's a Dictate for us. Yeah, I guess we just attack with the Snapcaster again. We go for the Instep Dictate and then start chaining together some turns, hopefully. Gosh, I can't believe we almost just died on turn 2. If there had been like another Mutagenic Growth and something to give it double strike, we would have actually, like Temur Battle Rage, we would have just actually died. Alright, my opponent has 5. Alright, Dictate here. Oops, don't need to tap that many. Whatever. And move to our turn here. Alright, there's a Time Warp. There's a Temporal Mastery. I'd say this is probably going to be good enough here. This is a pretty textbook turns game, actually. You know, other than the fact that we almost died on turn 2. And this is the benefit of this deck, of the blue-black version decks. You can draw Fatal Push and just not die to some crazy stuff like that. I think we're on the draw here. Chalice of the Void on 0, probably pretty good. Engineering Explosives, a little slow, actually, to be honest. They want to kill us a lot faster than that. I think in the ice we can at least throw in the way of it. All right, well, Snapback is actually kind of a nice one, too. Just, we want to maximize our ways to deal with that card. We got to cut some stuff. Let's cut the Gigadrowse here. Let's go ahead and cut the Commandeer. We can probably cut part the Waterveil here. Yeah, let's give this a shot. Like I said, I'm not an expert of sideboarding with this deck, but this seems reasonable. Yeah, we're keeping this. We got a Fatal Push. Definitely want that. We've got the Serum Visions. Let's see if they have the Blister Coil Weird again. They do. Okay. So what that means is I'm not messing around. I'm going to just fire off this Fatal Push immediately by fetching out a Watery Grave and shocking ourselves. Well worth the damage in this case. Get this thing out of here. We've got pretty fortunate to draw these Fatal Pushes, that's for sure. But hey, that's why you play them. Let's hope they don't have another threat. One time no Kiln Fiend. Oh gosh, it's a Kiln Fiend. Gosh, do I actually want to play the Howling Mine? I kind of don't, to be honest. I don't want to give them more cards. I want to find a way to kill this. Like that Collective Brutality. I guess I'll keep these on top. All that matters is that we don't die. For what it's worth, though, I kind of think we're actually going to die here. This card's insane. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Kiln Fiend gets +3/0 until end of turn. So, yeah, we killed a creature on turn 1. We can kill a creature on turn 3, but probably can't kill a creature on turn 2, and that means that it doesn't take very many spells to kill us. I believe 4 would do it, as a matter of fact. Possibly even 3. 3 spells to give it +3, that's 10. Those spells only have to add 7 points of power or double strike or whatever. Oh, Monastery Swift Sphere. Our opponent has everything over here, actually. All kinds of creatures. Very, very aggro-y deck. Oh, there's the Titan Strength. Yup. That's a lot of damage we're going to take. Sure, I guess I'll take 9. That's pretty good. Alright, well, the good news for us, I suppose, here is that we can Collective Brutality, and I think I'm going to go with all the modes here. Choose my opponent, choose the Kiln Fiend, choose my opponent. Happy to throw away, I guess, a Time Warp and Temporal Mastery, because we have another Time Warp on top. We just have to try to survive as long as possible here. Okay, so we see Assault Shrobe, give a creature double strike, and we see Titan Strength and Apostle's Blessing. So I'm going to take the Titan Strength here, because that gives it the most power. So right now they can protect it. They can give it protection from a color, and then give it double strike. But without a pump to actually pump its power up, the double strike, you know, it's not worth that much in itself here. Now the problem for us is that we have to play Howling Mine and give them the opportunity to draw 2 cards and possibly kill us. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we die. And we have lots of other things we could draw, but, you know, we know what we're drawing. Okay, well, we just have to play Howling Mine and hope we don't die. If our opponent doesn't kill us, and, I mean, it's pretty hard for them not to kill us, to be honest, because if they were to Brute Strength it, for instance, that puts it up to a 5, and then Double Strike would kill us. But, gosh, yeah, we're dead. If they don't kill us, though, we can hopefully take several turns and win. So, if this is it, though, that's only 6. They need another spell. One of it's Apostle's Blessing. But even Apostle's Blessing only puts it to a 4 with Double Strike. It makes it 8 power, and that wouldn't kill us. Shout out to... Ooh, it's just a Kiln Fiend. Just a Kiln Fiend. All right, so if there's a land, we got a shot here. Brutality. All right, show me land, please. Not a land. If they had a spell to kill us, it would have already killed us, so... Alright, so we want to kill the Kiln Fiend, and we want to drain them. I'm going to discard the Howling Mine, I think. Because I don't want to play it. I don't want to give them another draw here to kill us. I just want to get rid of this. We know that they have an Apostle's Blessing and an Unknown. And just hope that we don't die. I mean, again, they burned the Double Strike at least, but we still die to so many things. Possibly that. It depends what this turns into. Anything that pumps its power will get there. That does it as well. Okay. Well, there you go. We were soundly beat down. What do I want here? More thing in the ice? Like, now that I know they have... yeah, now that I know more about the deck, right? And now that I know that over there they have... It's not just Blister Coil Weirds and Kiln Fiends. There's one mana things as well. I want to get rid of. I want to be able to kill all of those things. All these cards are good. I think I'm going to cut an Exhaustion. Give this a shot. Well, we got to keep this one. We don't have black mana, but we have great cards. Our opponent mulliganed to 6. That's good as well. We don't get to do anything at first, but we can play Chalice of the Void on 1 after they have 1 threat down, which is enormously good for us, obviously. And it turns off... Oh, wow. I guess that means it's a Kiln Fiend. But even this is fine, because a Kiln Fiend, without the ability to cast a bunch of spells on it, not quite so powerful. Although, for what it's worth... Chalice of the Void will counter the spells, but it will still trigger the Kiln Fiend and give it +3/+0. So, not out of the woods by any means here. I could have gone for the kill there, but I actually think I'm just going to Exhaustion them. I mean, I probably should have done this. I probably should have just... You know, we could also just take it and hope that we don't die. And I don't really think we can die, so... I think I just want to do nothing, and then I want to activate Miku Koro at the end of their turn. And then when we play Exhaustion next turn, it will hit more things. I could get punished for this, but we'll see. I don't think they'll be able to kill us. Another Kiln Fiend, huh? Okay. Okay, well, we only take 4. That's not so bad. Alright, let's each draw a card. Serum Vision's not bad for us. Okay, there's a Time Warp. Alright, so... here's what we do. Yep, this worked out very well. We Exhaustion them. Oh, I can't push because there's this in play. Duh. I'm dumb. Okay. Well, Exhaustion's what we got then. It's so hard. It's so easy to forget about your own Chalice. This is fine, though. We take not very much damage from this Kiln Fiend. Possibly just 1, as a matter of fact. Ah, Thing in the Ice, huh? Alright, so this is nice. Thing in the Ice into full value collective brutality is pretty good. Alright, choose my opponent, choose a Kiln Fiend. Discard these cards we can't play. Alright, we might be on the Thing in the Ice playing this game. Yep, those are a bunch of cards you can't play, but Apostle's Blessing is one you can, and that's what I want to get out of here. For what it's worth, my opponent could have actually cast the Apostle's Blessing. The converted mana cost of the spell is 2, even though you only pay 1 mana for it. And they could have protected that. Alright, so we just want to draw cards we can cast here. And flip this Thing in the Ice. It's certainly our path to victory. They get to make a bunch of tokens. This is a nice sideboard plan they have, actually, against Chalice of the Void. It shouldn't matter if we draw reasonable cards, but we'll see. That kind of works. I mean, I'm going to do it. Just chaining together spells for Thing in the Ice has value, regardless of what else we do. Yeah, for instance, just hitting land here means we can play Part the Waterveil. And now we put it in ourselves in a position where If we draw a land here, yeah, it's probably bad. But if we draw any spell, we get a flip Thing in the Ice. Well, that's fine. If we want to do it with Cryptic anyways. I mean, which I probably do, to be honest, though. You know, alternatively, we can just pass the turn. I'm just going to pass. Flipping Thing in the Ice on their turn would be so much better. In the sense of, if they try to, you know, actually progress onto the board here, we can punish it. Like this. As they are doing, as a matter of fact. Now they'll burn their hand trying to get triggers, and then we'll just blow them out. So I guess it doesn't actually matter MD here, so I might as well return a land to their hand, I suppose. None of these are horrors, right? Guess I should horror check here. Yeah, that Thing in the Ice is a nice sideboard plan. As a matter of fact, there you go. I mean, my opponent's right to scoop there. You know, we're gonna draw Temporal Mastery. Oh, we were gonna draw Temporal Mastery on their turn, and it would have been the first card we drew, and we could have miracled it. We weren't going anywhere after that, but we obviously would have got there with our Thing in the Ice. All right, there you go. Sideboard plan coming to fruition. Collective Brutalities, pretty clutch. Chalice of the Void's been the real MVP, though. This has been great. All right, good games.